Super Bowl is just around the corner. That also means TV sales. Should you pick up that new TV? Well, let's talk about it right after this. Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome to Geek Done Right, the show where I talk about whatever it is I feel like. I'm Chris. Thanks for coming to geek out with me. Whew, just like I said before, Super Bowl is around the corner, and I am seeing sales all over the place. And I know y'all been eyeing that 75-inch, big screen for the big game, right? Is now the time to get it? No! Good night! I'm sorry, I couldn't resist. In reality, the answer is a little more complicated. It depends on a lot of different things. One of those is the content that you watch. Is sports the only thing that you watch? If so, well, that TV that's on sale right now is probably going to be pretty good for you. However, if you're a movie buff, or if you like to play video games, if you picked up a next-gen console, then maybe these new TVs that were just unveiled at CES would really kind of spark your interest. Getting into the info, I'm going to be referencing the site Flat Panels HD. Links will be in the description down below. All of these TVs are a new generation of TVs. And that means that it's going to be, every year, it's going to be improving kind of off of this baseline. Everything that is currently going on sale is the last generation. And these new TVs have some pretty impressive tech, including Sony's TVs from the X90J, the X95J, and the Z9J, as well as the A8J and the A9J will have the Cognitive Processor XR. Now, according to Sony, they say, powered by the Cognitive Processor XR, the brain of the new Bravia XR, the televisions use a completely new processing method that goes beyond conventional AI, artificial intelligence, designed to replicate the ways humans see and hear. When we see objects, we unconsciously focus on certain points. Cognitive Processor XR, powered by the cognitive intelligence, divides the screen into numerous zones and detects where the focal point is in the picture, while conventional artificial intelligence AI can only detect and analyze picture elements like color, contrast, and detail individually. The Cognitive Processor XR can cross-analyze an array of elements at once, just as our brains do. That's really interesting, and that's really exciting technology that is going to be in this new line of TVs. That's going to simulate more of what we see and how we see, and how it tackles the processing. So it's going to be a little more true to life for you. And what's really cool also about these TVs is that they are no longer going to have Android TV. They're going to have Google TV, which is really a step up from those Android TV operating systems. It generally looks the same, kind of feels the same, but it's also going to be a lot easier on the processing, as well as the processors dedicated to that interface in these new Sony TVs are going to make sure that that interface is nice and snappy for you. The only model that is going to be 8K out of these new line of TVs from Sony, as far as like their LED TVs, is going to be the Z9J. LG announced their 8K TV lineup, as well as their new 4K LED TVs. They're calling it the QNED? Okay. These TVs are going to have the Alpha 9 Gen 4 AI. That's a bit of a mouthful, but then again, so is Cognitive Processor XR. LG says LG's latest intelligent processor, the Alpha 9 Gen 4 AI, revamps the performance on the newest LG OLED TV models in the Z1, G1, and C1 series. LG QNED Mini LED TV models, QNED 99 and QNED 95, and LG NanoCell TV models like the Nano 99 and the Nano 95. The processor leverages deep learning to enhance upscaling, making content of any quality look picture perfect on the large self-emissive displays. LG's newest processor features AI Picture Pro, which recognizes on-screen objects such as faces and bodies in the 8K models and distinguishes between foreground and backgrounds, processing each object independently to make images more three-dimensional. So it's designed to kind of give you more depth in your viewing. The game optimizer is interesting. They say Game Optimizer featured in all LG 2021 webOS TVs, including QNED Mini LED and NanoCell TVs, automatically applies the best picture settings according to the type of the game being played, whether it is a first-person shooter, role-playing game, or real-time strategy title. The Game Optimizer, I mean, essentially what I think you're gonna have to do, like, I don't know this for sure, but I'm pretty well guessing that it's not gonna auto-detect whether you're playing a first-person shooter or whatever style of game that you play. I think you're gonna have to go into the menu system and select it. However, that automatically optimizes the TV for your gameplay, as well as how much input lag you're gonna need to be able to have the best experience with your next-gen consoles. One thing to note, too, is that the QNED TVs are, and I believe the nanocells are mini LED. Sony, while it does only have traditional LEDs, they're still going to give you a great image, but the mini LED is going to give you a little bit more detail. It's going to give you more local dimming zones. It's going to help you have better blacks and things like that. It's a better lighting system overall than your traditional full array backlit LEDs. Samsung has kind of come into play with their micro LED technology. We saw them release their micro LED technology at previous CES shows, but those were in a more like modular type thing. You could kind of see the seams and everything. They're like, you know what? This is not easily mounted. I mean, you have to have professional mounting. It costs a lot of money, and anytime you want to like shift or change or add things to it, it's going to cost an awful lot of money in order to do that. So let's make something a little more consumer friendly. Well, let me tell you, it is still going to be extremely expensive. The first model of micro LED TVs from Samsung is going to be 110 inch, and that's only going to be 4K. However, the idea of the micro LED is that they're the same size as individual pixels. They're kind of simulating OLED technology. The only difference is that you're not going to get the burn in. So you're going to have essentially perfect blacks, and you're going to have incredible contrast because this is itself light. In reality, OLED TVs aren't really that bright, but LEDs are. With these micro LEDs, they get super duper bright. So you're gonna have that great brightness. You're gonna have that incredible detail. It's gonna be great for those. But if you don't want to spend buku bucks, but don't mind spending like pseudo buku, they're still going to have QLED TVs, but it's now the Neo QLEDs, as they are mini LED technology, not the micro. Once again, I'll try and have the specs for each of these TVs down in the description down below. Now, Sony generally releases their new TVs, or in the past they've released them in April, May timeframe. If they do, you can expect the prices to go down around Black Friday. If you're willing to wait a little bit longer for a new generation of TVs, that's going to be a lot more solid, work well with your HDMI 2.1 setups like your next gen consoles and everything. That's really how you're going to unlock all the features that your next gen consoles can offer. Should you buy a new TV now or should you wait? Well, the decision is up to you. I hope I've given you the information that you need in order to make that decision. Once again, all the specifications for each of the TVs are going to be in the description down below. Well, that's gonna wrap things up for this episode of Geek Done Right. Hey, so are you gonna pick up a new TV during the Super Bowl? Are you going to wait? What TV do you think you'll get? What has you the most excited? Let me know in the comment section down below. Let's talk about it. And please make sure to smash that like button. It makes my day seeing those thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell so you can know when new episodes are coming, because they really are coming. And be ready for those episodes from Geek Done Right. Until next time, y'all take it easy. Peace.